What's up, guys? How is everyone doing? The red light is on. The Dave Van Auken Show. Man, I'm pumped today. I went back and forth with Wanderley. It's been months and weeks, and we've been numbers and messages. I'm so happy to finally have you on and chit chat. We'll have a great talk, great conversation. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me here. Yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah, we back and forth.
Yeah. And I remember hearing about your name years and years ago. There's ties through Island Fights and there's ties through Pete White. And I always remember hearing you. And I'm a big Florida guy. I love Florida MMA and regional MMA and jits and all that. Hey, anytime a dog comes on the show, we get better rated. So there we go. We're on a good start.
I know, right?
But I'm so pumped to talk to you today. Blank slate, and we'll just kind of talk about the gym and the future. Your kids, and I know you have one son. I know that is a big time prospect. I hear a big time prospect.
Oh yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, that's my oldest son. So his name is Daniel Camilo.
Daniel, yep.
Yeah, so he already fought. So he fought a MMA, but like as amateur actually.
Okay.
He got one fight. Now he's in the college because he's doing wrestling there. And but then I have my other kids. They all fight. My only kid who doesn't fight, actually, he fight, but just jiu-jitsu and wrestling. That's
Okay.
because Daniel and Gabriel, they fought MMA and they fought kickboxing, boxing, and they have like a lot of fights. And they want to.
This is a great one because I'm a dad of 4 as well. I got 2 boys, both younger. My oldest is 10, right? And I always have this conversation. If you mixed martial arts, especially like the UFC, it's evolving so quickly, right? The Chuck Liddells and the Matt Hughes would be really tough for them to fight maybe now in 2022. The level is just, evolving. If you had one, if it's just wrestling or just boxing or just jits, what's the foundation that you love the most, or the foundation you think to start as a kid and then let them develop other skills? What's that main foundation?
So, because, what I love the most, I love the MMA work. That's my thing. So I've been training everything. So I love boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu. But, if, any kid, he need to start in jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
Jiu-jitsu will give you the self-confidence. Jiu-jitsu will give you, and jiu-jitsu, so you have a math problem.
Yes.
And then a teacher who knows how to answer any question. So that's jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu can bring power. You know what I mean?
Yes,
so,
sir.
If I have just one option to start, I would do jiu-jitsu. Because jiu-jitsu.
I love it. I've never heard it like that, but it makes perfect sense. And that's good. I like that a lot. Before we get in, I do want to talk about your new gym. Very excited about that. And I would assume the boys will kind of go through that angle. But hit on real quick, kind of your past journey of being a mixed martial artist and kind of the fight career, and kind of wrap that up in a bow.
Yeah, so I was the number I'm sorry. I was the number one in my weight class division in Brazil when I moved to America. So, in Brazil, I was doing good. My career was good. And then I moved to America because, I thought about, all right, so I'm moving there. We'll be close to the big shows. And then I get a couple of fights in there. But so when I moved to America, I couldn't fight. That was so hard to find a fight. I had many fights pull out, but and then that was my career. So because I started when I was kid, like I was 8. So I started karate. Yeah, I started karate. Then I moved to kickboxing. So I was doing kickboxing until 16. I was 16. So I was like a 3 times Brazilian champ, kickboxing Brazilian champ. Then that's when I find out about jiu-jitsu because it was like a big thing in Brazil. I started doing. Then I stopped kickboxing. Stop. Just jiu-jitsu because I fell in love. Jiu-jitsu showed me a lot of things.
Yeah, right.
Train jiu-jitsu for like couple years, and then I met this guy, my professor right now, and then he brought me to MMA, and then I just kept doing MMA, and that's something I really MMA because of the I think because of the dynamic, it's so good in MMA because
Yep.
you be striking and then you can take people down and then you can work. That's why I like MMA more than anything.
Yeah. 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 It's and the way when I kind of brought it up earlier about the foundation and just the evolution of mixed martial arts. It's amazing how all of it in one, right? You can be dominant like a Habib Nurmagomedov and just that MMA wrestling, and then you have a guy like Israel Adesanya with one of the most beautiful kickboxing you've ever seen in MMA. And then there's guys, there's Francis who just is a monster and almost of his boxing skills. But then it's beautiful to me right now. Maybe the best fighter, two best fighters in the world, Charles Oliveira and Alexander Volkanovski. They kind of spin all of it in one. Both of those guys can, if it's just the straight beautiful boxing and the technique, and then they're kicking legs, and then they're all grappling and wrestling, and then you see what Oliveira does on the mat. He's one of the greatest, jiu-jitsu of all time. It's amazing when someone almost masters everything. You maybe never master one technique, but they get super close. And watching Charles Oliveira, do you see he's one of the best to do it right now? Do you agree with that? Do you like seeing Oliveira fight?
Oh yeah, for sure. He's like, because he's been good since forever. He was like super good, but he didn't have in Brazil we call, like a no heart. He didn't have a heart before. He was,
Okay.
but then he even so he kind of get better at that. It's like, and his jiu-jitsu is like amazing, even on the bottom.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, his boxing is much better right now. His striking is like really good, and his wrestling, he got a good wrestling because he kind of mixed it up. He know when he goes for the legs instead of just try shoots all the time, try a couple shots. No, he just he get the the perfect time to shoot, and that's why he's so good like that. And now he's tough. He grow hard.
Talking about that, what do you think happened? What do you think changed or clicked? And you said grew a heart. Like, I know there's a funny movie and I don't know, a Christmas with the Grinch, and the Grinch grows a heart at the end of the episode and he can lift more. What do you think happened to Charles Oliveira that 8 years ago to now he's like a different man? He's a different fighter. What do you think happened to him?
So what I think, one day he told himself, I can't quit anymore. I think because a couple of things like that's happened, sometimes just happen to you.
Yeah.
Because that was his only thing. He was the guy who always, he doesn't go too far.
Yeah.
And he's just a different one. I think that was a talking he had with himself. Especially in that fight against what he's called Chandler. So you could see in that fight he was about to quit, and he told himself, man, I've been quitting, and not today. You know what I mean? So, and then he came back, and after that fight, after that moment, he just changed.
Yeah.
Because I never see in any situation he's like, oh, I'm about to quit anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. I love that. That was good. All right. I would love to hear about your gym. I know you recently just opened a brand new gym. Definitely, numbers and addresses, but is it mostly going to be a jits gym? Is it going to be an all-around mixed martial arts gym? Just hit on the gym for a couple minutes.
So, all right. At the first round, I will be kickboxing and jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
And then, but eventually I want to do MMA because, my kids, they want to do MMA. And then I will start adding more because right now I'm working and then I open the gym just in the evening.
Okay.
So I can't have all the classes. So what I'm doing right now is just having a jiu-jitsu and kickboxing. But eventually I start adding more. So that's my game plan because I want to do everything. Because like I say, right, look, I still have my hopes, to fight again.
Okay.
But in case never happened, I'm just thinking about more, be a professor, coaching more, you know what I mean? So that's my goal. And then because I know, I wanna do something, especially because in Brazil they always say, what do you know has nothing if you don't pass this through it.
Yeah.
If you pass to anybody, so it's like, you know, it's like you're not giving what is being given to you.
Absolutely, and I think you definitely have. Like I said, I think before we started talking, recording, I've heard a lot about your son. I heard a lot about Daniel. I know he's a major prospect. He's so you say he's 18 now,
Yeah, he's 19.
19 now. What do you think is next for him in the next year and a half? Is that something you're gonna like? When do you think he will turn pro into MMA? Would you want to kind of slow him up, ease him into it? Because I hear he could go. He could go. He's a good one.
Yeah, so yeah, I have, because that's the thing I think I miss in my career, like have a plan. So
Right,
right,
right.
that life. So what happened is my son Daniel, he got a full ride scholarship. And then, so because of wrestling, he was the number one in Florida. He was the number one wrestling in Florida. So he got
Wow.
the full ride. And then I told him, look, right now you have to, so you have to go there and then the wrestle to get better in wrestling.
Yep.
But even though you're gonna, is going to school and then learning something, because we never know.
Mhm.
We never know, because we always have to get the B plane, the plan B, because we never know. So now he's doing wrestling, even though he fought, but he will keep doing wrestling for at least one more year.
Okay. And do you think after that year or in the summer, what you think he'll try to get some fights, or you think you really want him to concentrate on school and just wrestle and just getting better and all that, and then we'll kind of reconvene in a year and a half from now?
Yeah, no, actually we've been training, so
Yeah.
so he's there training wrestling, but always every time we have a chance, we always do some drills. I try help him, even through the phone, and then we always work, because every time he come down to us, for the summer, he always try fight. So this last summer we try having the combat night show, but
Yep.
then, so they didn't have a fight, for him. So that's why he didn't. But next year I want to do it again because he's ready.
Yeah.
And I don't want to speed up, but I want to have this, I want to keep going. I want
Yeah.
to going to the fights, you know, have some drills, do some sparring. I always like to take him to sparring, and because, like they say, we can't stop. The
Yeah.
time is running.
It is. It is. That's the one thing you can never get back his time. That's for sure. And what weight class is Daniel?
So Daniel, so he's like 2 years ago he fought 145.
Okay.
Yeah, but now he's
Getting
big.
big.
Oh yeah, he's bigger. So about at like a 155 or 170. I want to see, because he got a good reach.
Yeah.
His kickboxing is good. His wrestling is like he impressed me. His
Wow.
wrestling super good. And then but that's the thing. I want to have him all around, and I will have a game plan. You know, and then I want to have him like at least 2 3 more amateurs, and then I will move him up to a pro.
Wow.
He- Back to Brazil, because it's easier to have a fight there than here.
Yeah, it's sometimes it is tough. But one thing I do love about Florida and there is a lot of especially amateur regional promotions. There's a couple that sneak up. Like I said, I remember I saw your name. I believe didn't you fought Brock Weaver at Island Fights, right?
Yes, I did. Uh-huh.
I remember seeing that. I saw that on YouTube because that was like right before I started. I commentate for Island Fights and do a lot of stuff up there in the Panhandle. And I remember seeing that you guys fought, and so I watched it back on YouTube. Crazy.
Yeah, I fought him. Yeah, so yeah, that's a good show too. Island Fight. I might have, because Dean, he's a good guy, so we keep talking, and I might have Daniel there too to fight, because I'm thinking I'm thinking more local here.
Yep.
So I was thinking about Combat Night and the other one. I think a Rise of Warrior down
Okay.
here. You know, that's
Yep.
cool. Like they have good shows, good promotions. So let's see how that goes.
Very cool. Very cool. I love that. I love that story. Like you said, passing it on, passing the baton. One maybe passing the baton is this weekend, my friend. I don't know how much you watch of the UFC and some of the bigger fights, but the main event this weekend, Kazmat Chimaev, the young lion, 11-0, going against the old lion, Nate Diaz, the veteran, the OG, has been there plenty before. What do you think of that fight, Diaz and Chimaev?
That's the thing. You know, I really, when you expect something. So I really think Kimaev going to just kill him because he's a better fighter. He's all around and he's bigger too.
Yeah.
But when you have that feeling, I'm just having that feeling like he's kind of, I think, something might happen, especially because he never fought five rounds before.
I agree with that. I've been saying that all week. He's never fought 5 rounds before. He's never been in a main event this whole week. His face is on the poster. All the media is about Chimaev. He's supposed to dominate Diaz. And now if this fight goes the second round, and then it goes into the third round, and Nate Diaz survives, and he's durable, and he's beating him up, but Diaz is not going to wait. And then the fight goes in the fourth round. I think a lot of pressure goes to Chimaev, and the lights is bright, and maybe if he gasses out, we've never seen really Chimaev get pushed 20, 22, 23 minutes. We just saw what Leon Edwards did to Kamaru Usman. He was losing the fight, but minute 24 gets the job done to win the championship. I'm with you. Everyone's asked me, you got to say Chimaev. Like I say, he's a big betting favorite too. He should win this fight, but the more and more, I wouldn't be surprised if Diaz does something outstanding, especially later in the fight.
Uh-huh. Yeah, like I say, especially because he's a wrestler.
Yeah.
I'm really thinking about, he's going to shoot and he lift that neck. And I'm telling you, that can be exactly. He can get that choke. Because, and because I don't really think he's expecting more of this fight. He's like, he's just thinking about the next fight. And that's the
Yes.
big mistake he
Right.
can.
That's dangerous. Very
Oh,
dangerous.
exactly like Kamaru did. He was
Yes.
for the next fight. He was thinking about go 2 weight class divisions.
Yeah.
Then thinking about one at the time.
Dangerous. You're very right. My friend, I'll let you go. I do have one more question. I have one more story. I love hearing your stories. Nate, tell me a story in the gym. Some kind of submission that you've done or you've seen that's like spectacular or like a really fun gym story of some kind of a submission.
You talk about submission,
Yes, sir. Yep.
but what do you mean like
Something like you don't see a lot of banana splits. We seen Christian Lawson, as someone who lives in Florida, did a banana split on UFC Fight Pass on a show, one of Dean Toole's shows, actually. Something in the gym that doesn't happen often, or maybe a guy that doesn't get submitted that often. You're like, and it kind of the whole gym watches. I love hearing stories like that. Something odd or unique that happened that you've seen or you done yourself.
yeah, actually time I go to train, I just thinking about my training. I
Yeah.
never but that's the thing. When you talk about banana split, that's a move my son Gabriel, my middle one, he liked to hit that move.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, he has done that in like many fights in wrestling, in many matches in wrestling. That's a move he liked to hit. And every time he's going to training, that because people, he's kind of off the radar yet. But every time he's going to training, people like to watch because he's so intense. He
Right.
likes to go, because he never stops. Like
That's good.
he that guy who never stops, and he's a good takedown, and that's the move he always like to hit. He always go to banana split. He like to split. He's a
Wow.
yeah. That's the thing. I keep telling people, you guys gonna know his name.
I love it. I love it.
I have faith. All my kids, they will do good. The time will say.
That's great. I love it. We'll definitely talk more often. It's funny. We both have 4 kids, and I love how you said like you said in Brazil, like about passing it on, and sooner or later our selves will, go away, will wash away. But hopefully our kids can live out our lineage and all the information, and just hearing how much, just even we just talked about two. I can't wait to talk about more in the gym. Wanderley, it was great to talk to you, my friend. Really, really good. Is there, does the gym have a website or an Instagram or something of that nature that people can go to?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, so they can go through my Instagram. My Instagram is Camilo Wanderley.
Yep.
And my gym is Team Camilo. That's the Instagram. And there's a website too, but I'm not sure. Let me see right real quick here, because man, I'm old. I don't internet something. It's always, it's so complicated to me. So the website is teamcamilo.business.site.
Okay.
That's the website.
Okay. And
And
it's
then
all on Instagram, like you said, the Team Camilo.
yeah, if yeah, exactly. So if they go to the Instagram,
Oh, I lost you. Oh, there you are.
you got it.
Yep.
You heard.
Awesome. Wanderley, like I said, we've been trying to do this for a little bit. I'm really happy we did. And hopefully we'll talk very again soon. And something fight news for yourself or for one of your boys or something big at the gym, let me know and we'll get it out there. All right.
Sir, like I say, and it's because right now, man, I'm just having all my focus on my kids. I got everything on them, and like I say, you guys gonna hear about them.
I can't wait. We do. Like I said, I know Daniel's name. I've heard of him. I've heard around. I think I've even seen him box, I believe, one time in Daytona Beach,
Oh,
maybe.
that's Gabriel.
Okay, Gabriel, I was there for that.
Oh, he fought against the tallest kid, right?
Yeah, yeah, he did. He did.
That's Gabriel.
Okay. Love it.
That day, I think he did kickboxing match. Gabriel,
Beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah, you got a bright family, a great family. Like I said, very excited for the future. We'll talk soon. All right, my friend.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, Wanderley. Thank you.